Seriously, who here loves a big tax refund? And how many of you would like a bigger tax refund? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about how to get you a bigger what? Refund. And I'm gonna give you 5.
The fastest way to put money in your pocket is to reduce your taxes. So my goal in life is to make taxes fun, easy, and understandable.
How many have ever been told by their tax preparer not to take a deduction because it raised a red flag? Raise your hand. Okay, hang on. Would you hold those up, please? Look around the room. There's a lot of you. Do you know what that tells me? It tells me that your tax preparer is scared to death of the IRS. I have to admit something. This is not easy.
The more often I can get on stage and the more often I can help people change their thought process about the tax law, we're not going to talk about detailed tax laws. We're not going to bore them to tears. What we're going to do is we're going to open their minds to what's possible.
I've spent the last 35 years doing nothing but teaching entrepreneurs and investors how to permanently reduce their taxes by 10 to 40% and how to maximize their wealth by the millions. I love doing this. The reason I love doing this is because I'm the youngest of 6 children. Can anybody here the youngest of a big family? Okay, and I hate being told what to do. All right, you guys how many of you own your pharmacy? How many here are the actual pharmacy owners? Okay, so tell me you don't hate being told what to do, otherwise you'd work for Walgreens. So I hate being told what to do, and I hate even more paying taxes. How many of you hate paying taxes? Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you really hate paying taxes? Raise your hand.
The tax law isn't there to punish you. The tax law is really a series of incentives for certain people, primarily business owners and investors. How many of you have read the amazing book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki? Raise your hand. And how many have not yet read that book? Raise your hand. I just want to know because Robert's a good friend of mine. I'm his tax advisor, and I'll be with him tomorrow night. I just want to assure him that there are more customers out there for him. I've traveled all over the world. I will be on every continent speaking this year. And so I find that the tax law is very similar from country to country. The biggest challenge is that people don't understand the tax law. Entrepreneurs don't understand the tax law. Investors don't understand the tax law. People don't understand what's possible to them. So my mission in life is to speak to as many people as possible so that people can understand how to use the tax law to their benefit, how to legally reduce their taxes by 10, 20, 30, 40% or more on a permanent basis.
So I found it really a new way to look at how to sort of create money for myself and live a free life.
Oh my goodness, a whole new world that I need to obviously financially educate myself.
When we come to these events, they give us the insight, stuff that we never get to be taught. And he's honest. He doesn't want to sugarcoat anything. He tells you what you need to do, and you just need to go out and do it. It's very easy. You just need to find out how and just go apply it.
I'm also the author of this book, Tax-Free Wealth, best-selling book on Amazon, and very happy to always be talking about tax because taxes are anybody's single biggest expense. And it's also the fastest way to put money in your pocket is to reduce your taxes. So with a little bit of help and a little bit of guidance as to what to do. I mean, let me give you an example. So about a year ago, I'm speaking to 1,000 pharmacy owners. Okay, these are independent pharmacy owners. And talking about taxes, not what people normally think is the most exciting, but let me tell you, this was very exciting. Had a woman come up to me a year later and say, I took one thing out of your presentation, saved me $300,000, got a refund of $300,000 from the US government, one thing. I mean, that is how easy it is. And that's what I find all over the world. This is what we want to do. We want tax-free wealth. We want wealth that will be permanently tax reduced, permanently tax-free, because there's nothing like being tax-free and living tax-free. So the more often you get me on stage, the more often I can help people put money in their pocket by reducing their taxes.